Welcome to NEXTGames Odyssey series. This video covering the Sheol Gaol NM Gigelorum. Now in this video, I'll go over the Gigelorum battle strategy that I suggest you use, and then go into a battle example of the fight against Gigelorum. We'll do all of this on the ninja job with the warrior sub job. Now in this video, we continue our trek through the Atonement 2 NMs, now taking on Gigelorum. Now once defeated, he allows access to purchase of the Sheer Earring for 3 million gil, and further augments on it can be achieved by defeating Gigelorum additional times on the harder vengeance levels. Now Gigelorum is an enemy from the Mata family that has access to all of the usual Mata abilities and attacks. Now this is going to mean that he will take reduced damage from fire and water sources. Now it also means that he doesn't have standard attacks. His normal attacks are in one of 3 forms. The first is damage to a single target that ignores shadows. The second is damage to targets in a conal range and will remove multiple shadows. And the third is damage to targets in AoE range and will remove multiple shadows. So one of these 3 attacks will be used each time he does an auto attack. Now Gigelorum also has access to all of the following abilities, none of which are of any risk to a trust tank such as Archiv or August. They are Cranial Thrust, which is a conal damage ability that will inflict max hit points down and bypass your shadows. The next one is Scalding Breath, which is a conal damage ability that will inflict burn, knockback, and reset your TP. It will also remove your shadows. The next one is Debilitating Sprout, which is a conal damage ability that is full dispel, knockback, zombie, and will also bypass your shadows. Not fun to deal with, but thankfully Archiv or August will be tanking for us on this one. The next one is Tail Thwack. This is an AoE damage ability that will inflict defense down, knock you back, and remove multiple shadows. And the last one is Embalming Earth, which is an AoE damage ability that will inflict slow and also remove your shadows. Now as I just alluded to, I'm going to be using Archiv to tank in this one, as almost all of these standard attacks and even the abilities used will remove multiple shadows and therefore make it difficult for you to tank and get your damage in. Most of these abilities also inflict enfeebles and remove multiple buffs of yours, so it's just not a good position to be in. By allowing Archiv to tank, you can avoid all of this. Now make sure you position her so that no trust are behind her, as many of the attacks are conal for this NM. If Archiv were to die, I would go ahead and summon August. Now I'm using Joachim for March, but if for whatever reason Joachim dies, I would summon Omia. I'm going to use Korumoru for haste. Now if Koru were to die, Arcelia is going to be the replacement. And I'm using Monboro and Kupipi as my white mages since I can't use any Unity Trust. If one of these 2 were to die, I would summon Cherukiki, or pretty much any other white mage would do. Now there's no need for Megawari on this one, as you're not going to be taking much damage at any point, but make sure you keep Urine up to keep your DPS high, and lower your enmity to make sure Archiv can tank, but really the defense is so high on Gigelorum, and most of the Atonement 2 NMs for that matter, that it really shouldn't be an issue with or without your enmity reduction stuff on. Now sadly, pretty much all forms of damage is going to do poorly on this NM. I have found the best DPS can be achieved by simply spamming weapon skills that can skill chain. Multi-step skill chains didn't appear to be worth it, so I would just stick with 2-step skill chains with no magic burst. Now on the default difficulty, a kill should take about 6 to 8 minutes. Okay, that should be all you need to know to take this one on. Enjoy the run, everyone. that will be it for the video on how to solo Gigelorum. I hope you found that helpful. In the next video in this series, I'll show you how to take on Raskovnich. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Stay safe and stay healthy.